Alright, now this has been on my mind for a couple days now that the whole like Blippo situation has happened, and it's just making me realize, man, how I don't want to say soft. I don't want to say soft, but just how delusional people are when it comes to interactions between each other. I don't know. I don't know if it's just League of Legends. I don't know if it's because I read Reddit. I don't know if it's because I read YouTube comments. But just the amount of comments that I've seen calling, just getting mad at Blippo. Now, to be fair, I think he does deserve a little bit of criticism. I think throwing his coach under the bus a little bit during the interview was a little weird. I think tweeting about the whole C9 situation was a little weird. He's probably just upset. When he tweeted it, he's probably just mad that they were just like, he thought that they were celebrating beating them when most people agree that scrims don't particularly matter in the majority of cases. Now, obviously, scrims matter in practice and stuff. Practice matters. But we see time and time again, scrim results don't really equal success on stage or certain other areas of League of Legends. So I think he might have been upset that he thought that the team was happy because obviously they're the best team in the LTA. So maybe he thought like, oh, C9's like celebrating beating us because we're the best team, and it's just like dumb because it doesn't really mean anything because it's scrims, right? So he could have been upset. Now, obviously, he said his coach said something about that lit a fire on him, so maybe that's why he tweeted that out. I don't think he's personally lying. I definitely think that coaches do say some sort of things, and because people who say coaches don't say those sort of things haven't played any sports at any level. Because I've played a little bit of sports. I played some basketball. I was doing some travel basketball, and coaches definitely said that. You know, like I had a lot of confidence issues. I didn't want to fuck up in front of coaches or in front of people. And the coach literally just told me like, hey, like your teammates don't like you because you're not doing this. So play better or I'm not playing you because your teammates don't want to play with you. And guess what I did? I played fucking better, right? Your coaches say shit to like light a fire into you, and it's either you perform or you don't, and that's what happened with Blippo. I don't think he's particularly lying under it, but literally he could have just said, hey, I was just upset because I thought they were celebrating beating us, even though it really doesn't fucking matter, or just yada yada yada. But I realize now that they were going out to eat because Dom was there. My bad. That's all he really had to say. But the people on the comments are driving me insane. They don't understand human interaction. I don't think they've ever talked to another person in their life, bro. They're calling him like borderline personality disorder, like two-faced snake. Dude, this guy just made one tweet how he was upset that C9 clapped them in scrims and now they're celebrating. That's literally all it was. That was all it is. That's literally all it is. And then now with the whole Doklah situation, because people are bringing up how Blippo shit talk Doklah, like they flame them. He's like, oh, you know, I don't think Doklah's very good. You know, he's really flippy. He's like Crown on that Dom1 roster, I believe it was. And then, you know, it's like, I think he was just lucky winning that split, winning that title. And I'm like, yeah, all right. People can like whatever, be like, oh, he's wrong. I mean, I think Doklah's a good player, and honestly, I respect Doklah. He stood on business. Blippo flamed him, and he didn't respect Blippo. He didn't shake his hand. He didn't do nothing. He didn't smile at Blippo. He was pissed. He was obviously pissed, which is very, very respectful. Because when people like, it's not an ego thing, you know. Well, it is kind of an ego thing, but I mean, when people flame you, when people like talk down to you, you're gonna be bad, and I respect him for sticking up for himself. And I think that's good. But League of Legends as a whole, like, that is the littlest amount of flame. The littlest amount of flame I have looked at, and people have gotten upset. And honestly, you could be like, oh, Blippo shouldn't flame him because, you know, Doklah's a good player, which I mean he's pretty good. He's pretty good in the LTA, and even when he's playing, I think he's pretty decent. But like, just it amazes me. It amazes me that people are like, man, Blippo's making these comments, you know, he's a snake, he's always so positive. And people are like linking his stream titles like it's some sort of like controversy where it's like, oh, get back up after you get down. He's like, why are you flaming people? I'm like, bro, like you can have the mentality of, hey, when you're knocked down, get back up, or keep pushing, or keep trying and you'll succeed, and still flame people. This is not separate. You could have the mentality of, you know, get back up when you're knocked down, and then you can still go and be like, I don't think that guy's good. Like it's not one or the other. It's you can have both. It's not like you're eating your cake and you wanting your cake and eating it too. It's literally just the one side of the same coin. You can have the same mentality and still be like, I don't think that guy's really good. But like at the same time, bro, like at the same time, I'm thinking like, how do people realistically interact with each other? Like would you rather a Blippo going, I don't think this guy's good, yada yada yada, whatever, or would you rather B, just nothing? Like, would you rather just nothing? Like, I would rather the storyline. I would rather the fun banter. I'd rather the flame. I'd rather the controversy. That's not really a controversy, really. It's just fucking people overreacting. It's people blowing this way out of fucking proportion. But like, it's so much better when there's stuff like this. And obviously, there's a fine line between like flaming and banter, and then like actual like, probably shouldn't have said that. And I think Blippo's kind of walking that line, and I think that's why people are a little upset. But at the same time, like, why are we so upset? Dude, I've played, like, for fun, like, drafts or tournaments in League with just some friends or something. And there has been, like, 10 times the worst flame than whatever Blippo has said. And people get so pissed. It makes no sense. I'm like, have you guys never been flamed before? Have you guys never had a bad encounter with a person where like they told you like, oh, I don't like you, or you're bad at this? Like, dude, anytime I go play like a sport, football, American football, basketball, especially basketball. If I go play basketball at like a local park and there's like some like 30 plus dudes, you are getting shit talked. You are getting shit talked. They're flaming your ass every time you miss. Oh, he can't shoot. He's trash. Every time they score on you, you can't guard me. You're trash. Bro, I'm thinking to myself, if these people that are leading these insane comments ever walk outside into any of these situations that people on the regular are put in, they're going to, their brain is going to explode. Their brain is actually going to explode. And it makes no sense to me, because I'm like, look, you can criticize people, but the fact that we're calling Blippo a snake two-faced because people think that his persona on stream is different from the one he puts on stage is like, okay, I mean, I guess you can say that. But at the same time, climbing solo queue and talking about other people needs two different mentalities. Solo queue, you need a positive mentality or else you're going to tilt climb. If you're talking about other people on stage, you can call them dog shit. You can still call your teammates dog shit or other players dog shit without having a different persona. Like, it makes no sense to me. Like, I can be positive. Me calling someone bad doesn't mean that I'm not positive. Like, that's not how that works. That's literally not how that works. And two, we got fucking we must have Tarzan, and everyone must be Tarzan on these YouTube comments, because the amount of people fucking trying to diagnose Blippo as fucking, like, personality disorder or some shit like that is crazy. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not that big of a Blippo fan. Okay, I am not that big of a Blippo fan. I like him. I think he's good. I think he plays decently well. I'm a Sniper fan. I love Sniper. I watched Sniper growing up. We're around the same age, so I think it's really cool that someone my age is like doing this stuff. He's already gone to Worlds. I really like watching him. Okay, I'm more of a Sniper fan, and by proxy, because Doklah's on 100 Thieves, I think Doklah is pretty cool too. But the amount of people just going to fucking Pound Town on Blippo is insane to me, because these are the most tame comments I've seen in my goddamn life. Do they deserve criticism? Maybe. I think the tweet was a little weird. I think throwing the coach under the bus was a little weird. But I mean, at the same time, this guy is like whatever, bro. But I mean, some people, honestly, it's probably just YouTube and Reddit comments. I feel like a lot of people just wouldn't be like as delusional or kind of parasocial with like these people online than as YouTube and Reddit comments are. So that's all I got for today. I mean, I'm just sitting here wondering how the hell these people are going to interact with the real world or any sort of situations that come in their life. See ya.